Alright guys, so we're checking out an updated version of the Racewhoop30 from HGLRC. I already did a full video review on the Racewhoop30 in a previous video. I will link that down in the video description, so if you are missing any important details, you can go and check out that video. I am just going to cover the things that have changed in this updated version. I'm not sure why they're not calling this a V2 because it is substantially different, but mostly in the frame. I don't believe any of the electronics have changed at all. It's the same stack and motors. I have a different KV version here. This one is, I think, yeah, so this one is 2800 kV. So this one is for 6S batteries. The one that I reviewed previously was a 4S version. You know, the kV of the 4S version is 3600 kV. But as you can see here, they've replaced these 3D printed ducts or prop guards with injection molded plastic. It's a pretty tough plastic, although I'm not really sure which one is going to be more durable in a crash. That really depends on the crash you have. They come in different color versions now. So this one here is obviously the mixed color version: pink, purple, yellow, and green. And you can get all the different colors as well for if you want to have like one single color for everything. You can go to their website and check the different versions. Motors and the motors and the props are the same. The KV is just different. They have some different things here in the back for the antenna. So the antenna is very well protected now, and you got a buzzer back here. On this version, the antenna just kind of stuck out in between the ducts like this, and then the front's totally different as well. So they have carbon plates here to protect the camera, and you can have an adjustable camera angle. And because of that, they have a slightly different bottom plate here that extends forward to meet up with those camera side plates. So that is a bit different as well. So this ought to be way more robust in a crash. You still have a GoPro style mount here on top, and I elected to, on mine here, I elected to put this little arm here for Insta360 Go 2, so you're getting the backwards view on the HD footage. So you'll see that at the end, HD footage as well as the FPV footage. But I think everything else is the same in terms of the electronics. The camera's the same, the flight stack is the same. Still comes in the same DJI version and analog version. Obviously this one here is the analog version. I don't remember exactly what the product spec was for the old version in terms of the weight. I think this one's a little bit lighter because this injection molded plastic is a bit lighter than the 3D printed version, or this 3D printed version is quite a bit heavier. So you do gain a little bit of efficiency in terms of battery life because it is a bit lighter than the old version, but they don't have that. Just obviously you can't buy this anymore. It's not on there anymore. So that's not up on the website, so I can't compare the specs. But yeah, it's it basically flies the same. I can't really tell much of a difference. You can listen to my narrated flight and judge for yourself as to what you think. I mean, obviously you can race this around if you want, but this is more, I think, more kind of a Cinewhoop. But yeah, I think, it's kind of, an interesting category. If you want to take something that's nice and heavy, kind of a tank, and bash it around, this should be able to take all the hits, and then the parts are, like the ducts here, are fairly easily replaceable, and you can just buy replacement ducts to swap them out if you have any damage to them. But this ought to hold up pretty well in most crashes unless you're really going crazy. Of course, at that point, all bets are off. Anyway, so I am no longer having any use for the old version here, so I'm going to be giving this away, and I've selected Frank Castillo to win this. If you want to contact me at my email, Frank, you already have been contacted by me before and previously. Giving away old drones to guys that are helpful on the channel, answering questions. I get a lot of noob questions. I don't have a lot of time these days to answer every single question, so some of you guys out there are helping me out and answering questions, and for doing that, for helping me out and being nice FPV community members. I'm going to be giving away various drones that I'm not going to be using anymore, and this is one of them. So congrats to Frank. Yeah, so if you guys want to get in on some future drone giveaways, I'm going to be doing that from now on. I kind of did the whole contest thing last month and wanted to see how that went, and I think I've decided that people that are going to be helping me out on the channel and being good FPV community members are probably the people that I want to be giving away all the drones to. So if you guys want to be helping me out on the channel and want to get future drones, yeah, just answer questions that people leave and be helpful. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Anyway, here's the flight footage for the updated version of the Racewhoop30. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Alright, so as expected, very loud. I'm not going to fly it close to me because otherwise you won't be able to hear me talk. Should have a pretty interesting selfie view from the Insta360 Go camera. I'll be pointing backwards, as you can see in the FPV view on that selfie stick. Yeah, still away from those sprinklers over there. So I don't notice a whole lot of difference between this version and the first one. Obviously the camera mount's different. The motors are lower kV, so I do feel like I have a little bit of better control, but it's really not that noticeable. I think I'll probably get a little bit longer flight time, but this is actually, I think this is the 6S version and the other one was the 4S version, so maybe that's what the difference in terms of the kV. I'll have to do the math. I'll talk about that in the bench overview. I think the 6S version does feel a little bit nicer. Yeah, it's all wet here, so don't want to crash or land anywhere around here, otherwise I'm going to be cleaning up this thing. This thing's fairly far away and I can hear it. It's loud. Yeah, this is a 1000 milliamp hour 6S. I'm already at 3.69 volts. So you're probably going to want to go to a bigger 6S battery. This can carry it no problem. Probably a 1300 6S I think would be a good balance between flight time and the quad still being controllable. I just don't have any good batteries at the moment. Oh, it's a little windy. Kind of pushed around a little bit here. But yeah, not really a lot of difference here between the two versions. Obviously just a slight update with the ducts, the camera mount. Motors are the same, flight stack electronics are the same. This is the 6S motor version though, not the 4S motor version, so that's really the only differences. Alright, I'm going to bring it on in, about 3.5 volts. Let me know what you guys think.